The point totals have looked over the last few months for Evan Fournier.
He's been on a tear offensively these past few months, and you know how much they love the extra points he provides. He's been shouldering a bigger load recently, and I think he's just getting started.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Fournier, the 2, Barrett at the small forward. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson, and it's Burks in at the 1. And for the Heat, on the wing, Robinson and Butler. Inside, it's Adebayo with Tucker playing the 4, and it's Lowry in at the point. Nothing more exciting than opening day in the NBA. Grant, how pumped are these players right now?
Oh, they are so pumped indeed. I mean, look, the offseason can be a long one, but every player loves when the games really start to count.
Now here's Randall. Outside Burks. Inside. Deflects the pass. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. To the inside. Shoots over Randall. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
That's a terrific pass right there by Jimmy Butler. He just wants to win.
And here's New York now. Last time they met was in New York.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, at the time, Robinson's journey to the draft was such a big story, but now the story is getting bigger as he continues to improve his game and dominate the inside of NBA play.
No good on the second free throw.
Bam Adebayo making another leap in everything that he does. Rebounds, scoring, playmaking. Guy is a talent.
Now here's Tucker. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Barrett. Robinson against Fournier. Outside Burks. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Adebayo. And with Adebayo, he's become a legitimate star in the NBA, Brent.
Well, he's not just a post player. You say he plays the post, but the passing ability, his defensive ability, his offensive rebounding ability, there's a lot in that package that Bam Adebayo brings.
Now here's Burks. The 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Robinson. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Barrett. Butler passes to Adebayo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. In third, the Knicks.
Everything clicked for them last year, especially on the perimeter, and they shot a very high percentage. A lot of that due to their offensive schemes.
Fournier against Robinson. For 3, Randall. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Tucker. Butler on the wing. Pass to Adebayo. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Well, he's got to score around the basket. That's where Bam Adebayo does most of his damage, in traffic.
Fournier with the ball from deep three-point range. And Tucker pulls it down.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Pass to Fournier. Randall outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, the Knicks missing. Miami has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Here's Tucker. Back to Lowry. Now Tucker shoots over Randall. Miami, no good that time either. Here's Burks. 17 points in his last outing. Robinson, a screen on Adebayo. Outside Fournier. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Barrett passes to Fournier. Three-pointer. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Miami trailing. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's Butler outside. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the floor. Lowry against Burks. Pass to Fournier. Back to Burks. Clock at 6. Randall can't hit. Heat shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Here's Tucker. Checked by Randall. And here's Lowry. Here's the three. Buries it from 3.
Smart move going to Lowry, a talented shooter who doesn't hesitate on his shots.
Pass to Randall. Fournier with the ball. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts. And here's Lowry. Last game, 26 points for him. Adebayo finds Lowry. Now Butler from outside the arc. The rebound by Burks. Pass to Fournier. Back to Burks. Now here's Robinson. Right side Fournier. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Robinson. Tucker with the ball. Back to Robinson. Outside Tucker. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. New York goes the other way with it.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Randall, good.
Well, it's a good try on defense, but with a scorer like Randall, it's just not enough.
Lowry left side. And it's Butler off the drive. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end. I mean, it is crazy to think how far Jimmy Butler has come. I mean, didn't see a lot of the floor in his first 2 seasons. Then soon after, he made 4 straight All-Star games.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Robinson. And Butler in his career, Grant, he won Most Improved Player in 2015.
I mean, it's like he became a 20 points per game player overnight. You feel like Butler just needed a chance in the NBA. And I'll tell you what, he's made the most of everything he's had.
Now here's Fournier. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte. Back to Burks. Up and over Lowry. Burks no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
The Heat making a switch here. Strus is checked in. Here's McBride. He had 9 points in his last time out. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Dedmon's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Morris in for Tucker. Gibson's checked in for New York. Now here's Morris. Outside Butler. The three. The rebound by Gibson. For New York, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. To the paint. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Hero outside. Pass to Butler. 6 to shoot. Here's Dedmon. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, Dedmon at 7 feet tall, he's always going to be a load and somebody hard to root out on the inside. That time they had to whack him.
Two.
First free throw is good.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
Martin, he's checked in for Miami. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Quickly's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Gibson. Here's Quickly. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Some super impressive stuff from Quickly in the first year playing in the NBA, just getting up to speed. That didn't seem to be much of a problem.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Quickly. You know, watching Quickly, many of the moves he flashed in college transferred well to the NBA.
And the one thing that stuck out, and a lot of people were talking about, was last year, Emmanuel's ability to hit that floater on the move.
Here's Martin. Hero outside. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Dedmon. Off target at the rim.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Here's Toppin, guarded by Morris. He tries for 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Now Hero. Well, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And he can't get that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. Pass to McBride to the left side wing. Shot is up. Nails the baby hook. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And here are the Heat now. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Dedmon. Here's Strus. And here's Hero. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, he drops it from range.
There's going to be all kinds of defense in a shot maker's face, and Hero dealt with that well.
Here's McBride. He's guarded by Hero. Gibson with it. Coming off a 12-point game. Quickly from outside. Strus grabs the miss. Dedmon a screen. Driving to the basket. The kick out to Morris. Pass to Hero. Gets himself open and drills it. And it's now just a 1-point New York lead.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
Here's McBride. He's guarded by Hero. And here's Quickly. Three-pointer. Strus grabs the miss. A minute 29 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Morris. And the layup falls.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Now Gibson. Quickly outside. Down low. Puts it up from 12. No luck on that one. And Miami will go the other way with it. Here's Hero. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The Orlando bubble was so good to Tyler Hero. He's still trying to find a little bit of that confidence that he gained there.
And he drops the first.
Tyler Hero, a player who's played with a ton of confidence in high school, in his 1 year in college, and coming into the league. It's certainly something he's brought with him.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Back to Quickly. No good. Unable to end this run.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now here's Hero. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And as Hero's body matures more and more, his strength is going to help him on plays like this where he gets contact.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
New York trailing. Quickly up top. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Pass to McBride. Over Hero.
It's Hero's quickness on defense right now that's helping him to be effective.
And so it's Miami leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And the high-flying Obi Toppin, the 8th pick in 2020, to his hometown Knicks. His father had a reputation of his own in the Big Apple.
My dad's nickname is Donkey for Life, so he had a lot.
Boy, Toppin can throw it down with the best of them, Grant.
Oh, he sure can. And when he elevates, it's highlight reel material.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Some great drives to the bucket for them tonight.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
Lowry and Hero teaming up in the backcourt. At the forward slots, Butler and Tucker. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Fournier. 5 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Randall. And it's Miami. With a rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. That one falls. Butler's got 5.
This is a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And here's Burks. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Randall outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Pass to Barrett. Back to Burks. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Back to Adebayo. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And now it's a 7-point Heat lead. All right, Grant, if you could be GM for one rebuilding team right now, which would it be?
Oh, wow. That's tough. I mean, you got the Grizzlies with Morant. You got the Pels with Zion. You got the Mavs with Doncic. You know, I'll probably stick with the Pelicans and Zion Williamson. I think he has a lot to offer and has the ability to dominate in this league.
Now here's Lowry. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. Hero outside. Adebayo, a screen on Fournier. To the middle. And Adebayo slams it in.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Burks against Lowry. Randall, a screen on Lowry. And Burks gets it to go. Burks has got 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Tucker. Lowry with it. Two shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And the Knicks with the possession here. They trail by 9. And here's Randall. Checked by Tucker. Robinson passes to Burks. No good on the triple. The Heat have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Down low. To the wing, right side. And he's going for the lob. And Adebayo slams it in.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there. Vertical, good hands, and a big throwdown.
Burks passes to Robinson. Back to Burks. Fournier for 3. They get it back. Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about Robinson showing off some creativity down there to get the score?
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Lowry outside. Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo, a screen on Fournier. Hero finds Adebayo, and Adebayo slams it in.
Intelligent play there by Hero. Upsets the defense and then hands it off for the assist.
The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Lowry against Burks. Fournier with the ball. For 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. Lowry against Burks. Takes one from 10 feet. In deep. Butler drops it in. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Barrett passes to Robinson. Over Adebayo. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. Jimmy Butler on top.
And we saw how effective he was on defense last season. Taking pride in mucking things up and being an absolute pest, grabbing all those steals.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Robinson. The Heat with the lead. Lowry to pass to Adebayo. Barrett against Butler. Back to Adebayo. Shoots over Robinson. Good work defensively by Robinson. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Burks against Lowry. For 3, Barrett. Adebayo grabs the board. The Heat have gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second.
One thing you know when defending Barrett, he wants to get to the rim every chance he can.
Pass to Butler. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And New York shooting about 40% during the second quarter. Lowry against Burks to the inside. And stolen by Adebayo. Now here's Robinson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Lowry outside. The 3 is up. The Knicks pull it in. And you know, Grant, on his attacks to the basket, Barrett is looking for points, a foul, or both.
Oftentimes initiating the contact, too. As he gets more established in the league, he'll get more calls to go his way.
Outside Tucker. Lowry with a screen on Fournier. Now Tucker, 6 to shoot. Back to Butler. This one for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Burks has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Randall can't hit. Miami has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Butler. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
And the Heat with some changes. Morris, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Martin comes in for Tucker. And it's Strus in for Jimmy Butler. Toppin, he's checked in for New York. Quickly comes in for Burks. Morris, a screen on Quickly. Here's Lowry. Misses, and the dry spell continues. New York trailing. Steps back. Randall, the pass to Fournier. From behind the arc. Kept alive. And it's Randall with the jam.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Here's Strus. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Lowry against Quickly. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Robinson. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. And the Knicks shooting only 35% so far. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Randall. Not a lot of room for 3. Barrett. And it's Martin with the rebound. Miami shooting at about 44% so far. Fournier against Robinson. Lowry outside. Pass to Strus. Morris, a screen on Barrett. Here's Strus. And again, the Heat missing.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Barrett passes to Randall. Banked it in off the glass. Randall's got 9.
The strength and the quickness and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
Lowry against Quickly for 3. Robinson. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Barrett. Fades and shoots. The offensive rebound. Pass to Randall. Pass to Toppin. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. Quickly from outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've led by as many as 11. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And that's how you orchestrate the offense. Lowry showing the vision and the unselfishness.
And here are the Knicks now. 9-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. And again, the Knicks missing. Miami has gone only 1 of 5 from beyond the 3-point line in the second quarter. Not going to go that time.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Here's McBride. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
But that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And the Heat shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Lowry against Quickly. Morris, a screen on Quickly. Pass to Robinson. There's the 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Quickly. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Morris.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And the basket is good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Quickly against Lowry. Drives to the hoop. Outside Robinson, fires for three, gets the three to fall. Robinson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Coach, this first half has been a struggle. What's been the problem?
Lack of intensity. We're back on our heels. They're attacking us. We're not getting much done.
Guys, they'll look to be the aggressor in the second half.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Miami Heat.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And getting back to the game at hand, a nod to two guys who have really brought it for their respective teams.
It's like a supernova colliding. I mean, fans love these star matchups. Always the potential for a huge play. They draw so much attention, it frees up the rest of the team. Oh, and the momentum can change in a heartbeat with these guys on the floor.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. On the court right now for the Knicks. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Evan Fournier. Burks against Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. And that one's long.
Really lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Pass to Adebayo. Robinson with the block.
Well, the 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot. Swatted away.
Now Tucker. Butler on the wing. Now Adebayo. Fournier covering. Adebayo, that's good. Adebayo's got 12 points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Butler covering. Outside Robinson. Pass to Randall. 4-3. Doesn't go that time. The Heat go the other way with it. Well, it's hard to talk about Lowry without mentioning his fantastic defense.
Quick and physical with ball handlers. Tough to back down in the post and just brings the effort on every play. That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
On the wing, Fournier. Adebayo against Robinson. It's tipped. Robinson with a steal. Fast break, Miami. And Lowry with the bucket on the assist from Robinson. He's got 7.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. Love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Robinson. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. Barrett's checked in for New York. Randall outside. Hey, Tucker with the defensive effort. Here's Butler. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Heat lead by 19.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Burks against Lowry. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Over Tucker. New York, no good that time either.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Butler. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Burks. 5 points in the game. Outside Robinson. Outside Fournier. Pass to Burks. Out to the right wing. Robinson with it. Hounded by Adebayo. Robinson in the post. Working on Adebayo.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here's Adebayo. Basket's good. Adebayo's got 16.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Randall. Right side Robinson. Burks for 3. New York, no good that time either. And here's Miami. A 12-0 run right now and counting. Lowry against Randall. To the paint. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing. But they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. They're scoreless since the first half. Pass to Barrett to win the drought. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They've been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done well tonight is to share the basketball. So many of their buckets have just been off crisp offensive sets, setting up their shooters.
The free throw drops for Barrett.
Last year for R.J. Barrett, BA, how the game is already starting to slow down for him.
Butler on the wing. Adebayo in the post. Robinson defending. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Barrett flashing potential as a stopper, Brent.
That's a great sign. I mean, he can be out there on the floor, and you can take confidence in the fact that on nights, if he doesn't have it going offensively, he'll still dig in on D.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the Adebayo experiment has been pretty awesome to watch just because it's gone nuclear. All the skills and his hard work paying off now.
And both free throws good for Adebayo. New York has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Burks a screen on Butler. Here's McBride. Outside Burks. Robinson a screen on Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Burks finds Robinson. Now Fournier. Sinks the tray. Fournier's got 11. And it's the Heat with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Inside. Here's Hero. Robinson with a steal. Burks with it. Hero picks him up. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. And here are the Heat now. Hero with it. He's got 10. Lowry with a screen on Fournier. Here's Hero. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Burks. It's Robinson, high post. And here is Fournier. 14 points for him. Randall, a screen on Butler. Here's Fournier. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lowry outside. Back to Adebayo. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's McBride. Pass to Fournier. Over to the wing. Hero against Robinson. Outside Burks. Now here's Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back.
It's a little too early to be over the limit. They need to keep a close eye on their foul situation.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
First one falls. Toppin. He's checked in for Randall. And so he makes both from the line.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Lowry outside. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Fournier. 4 on the clock. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Here's McBride. On the wing, Fournier. Pass to McBride. Releases. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Heat shooting 55% for the game so far. Lowry, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Lowry. Oh, there's the alley. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. And they're running. Here's Burks. Tries again. Right wing. Here's McBride. And it's all from three-point range. And so here is Miami. It's an 18-point lead. Pass to Lowry. Outside Tucker. Clock at 6. Now Hero shoots over Burks. Hero, no good. Fournier against Adebayo. Robinson passes to Fournier.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more, it'll be hitting the showers.
That's good from Fournier. And the Heat with some changes. Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Martin comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Strus in for Lowry. And a switch here also for New York. Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Fournier hits them both. Grant, as someone who played abroad on Team USA, how exciting is it to see how much more international the league has become?
It's fantastic, no question. You know, back then we saw so many talented foreign stars playing internationally, but now the best really do all find their way here to the NBA. Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Hero on the wing. Tucker with a screen. Takes a 3.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
On the wing quickly. He's guarded by Hero. Pass to McBride. Here's Toppin. Just 5 to shoot. New York, no good that time either. Quickly against Hero. Here's Strus. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Tries to snap the cold streak. He can't hit that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Out to the right wing. Down low. Stolen by Hero. And here we go. The Heat fast break. It's deflected.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Quickly drives in. Here's Toppin. And that one is hammered home.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Pass to Strus. Here's Martin. He shoots it. It's rebounded by New York.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's McBride. He's guarded by Hero. Now here's Quickly. Six to shoot. Doesn't go for him. Miami's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Dedmon. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Monday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming to town.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Barrett's checked in for New York. Burks comes in for Quickly. And no luck that time either. And here's New York now. They're on a 17-6 run. Gibson down low. He's against Martin. Screen by Gibson. And it's Barrett off the drive. And that one's good. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's R.J. Barrett just simply going hard to the rim.
And for the Heat, they're shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. Dedmon a screen. Hero with it. Working on Gibson. Tipped.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Miami shooting around 45% since the break. Hero against Burks. Back to Robinson. Outside Tucker. Pass to Hero. Dedmon a screen. Clock at 4. Hero with it. Now Burks defending. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Hero with the bucket.
Hero sticking with it through contact. That's not easy.
And so it's the Miami Heat, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. At the forward slots, Butler and Tucker. Manning the backcourt, it's Lowry and Robinson. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Oh, it's his 10th basket on 12 tries. You got to appreciate the efficiency here.
And Adebayo's game continues to grow. He's on fire right now.
Now here's Burks. Pass to Fournier. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Lowry, the pass to Adebayo. Outside Tucker. Now Adebayo. Checked by Randall. Adebayo, a screen on Fournier. Robinson passes to Butler. Fires the 3. That's good from Robinson on the assist from Butler. And the Heat lead by 16.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And for the Heat, they're shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Robinson on the wing. Fournier covering. Pass to Tucker. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Burks. Burks has got 6 rebounds in the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Toppin. Now Fournier. And he's going for the oop here. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Heat on D. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Well, improving his three-point range and confidence and rhythm from the three-point line, that's opening up some things for Julius Randle.
Now here's Butler. To the inside. Robinson with the block. Burks against Lowry. Right side Burks. Pass to Fournier. Five to shoot. Here's Randall. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Adebayo up top. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
And maybe that's why he's nicknamed Bam. Taking contact, bam, bam.
Now here's Robinson. Tipped away. Stolen by Lowry. Outside Butler. There's the triple for 3. Robinson. Ooh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
And the defense just all over Bam, but he hangs tough.
Shooting 2.
Free throw's good. Adebayo. And both free throws good for Adebayo.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Randall finds Fournier. On the wing, Burks. He's guarded by Lowry. Burks passes to Fournier. Takes the 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Duncan Robinson.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. And he can't make it 3 for 3.
You love the playmaking of Jimmy Butler. He has the ball in his hands so much that guys don't relax when he's got it. They move around, give him options.
Pass to Burks. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
You know what, Butler, we saw his playmaking in the 2020 finals. Fred, he led the Heat in assists for the series.
Yeah, I think guys fed off of his energy and knew that other teams were trying to shut down Jimmy, make sure offensively he wasn't going to get going. So he showed that other facet of his game as a playmaker.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Embracing his role as a leader for this squad, Lowry recognizes the importance of this in terms of developing his teammates.
Both free throws good from Lowry. New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Lowry against Burks. Randall outside. Over Adebayo. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Now you can see the touch and the improvement in that touch right there.
Pass to Butler. Robinson on the wing. Outside Tucker. Now here's Adebayo. Robinson defending. Adebayo is doubled. Shot clock at 6. Tucker. Off target from outside.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Now here's Lowry. Pass to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Over Barrett. A nice shot by Butler. And the Heat lead by 15.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
The Knicks have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Burks against Lowry for 3. Barrett. Miami grabs the miss. Lowry's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Butler. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Lowry's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Burks against Lowry. Now here's Burks for 3. Barrett knocks it down from distance. Barrett's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Outside Robinson. The 3-ball. The Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night, and he gets that one.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's the Knicks now. It's Barrett on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. Hero, he's checked in for Butler. Free throw drops for Barrett.
Well, you can count on R.J. Barrett to come at you night after night. He plays with a lot of determination, and at some point will lead a ball club.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's Lowry. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Robinson from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. And the Heat lead by 17.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Robinson finds Fournier. Launches it. And Burks with the basket on the assist by Fournier.
The D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Now here's Robinson. Shoots over Robinson. Robinson gets the bucket.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
The Knicks have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter. Burks against Lowry. Screen by Robinson. Here's Burks. Stolen by Lowry. Fast break Miami. Oh, deflected. Back to Adebayo. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. 2 points. That one goes. Adebayo's got 30 points.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter. Attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
New York has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Now a timeout called by New York.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Bam Adebayo.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. Miami on D. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his third foul so far. And he lobs it up. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, throw it anywhere you want. Mitchell Robinson knows what to do.
Miami has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Burks against Lowry. To the paint. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. For New York, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Unloads from 13. Can't get it to drop. And Miami the other way now. Robinson passes to Lowry. Robinson against Fournier. And here's the fast break. The 3, Barrett. Miami grabs the miss. To the middle. Here's Tucker. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Man, good whistle there.
2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. But granted, it seems like each year, play in the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, BA, what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Robinson stretching his limits on that play from the mid-range.
Burks against Lowry. Hero for 3. The rebound by Burks. Burks has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Randall. On the wing, Fournier. Back to Randall. It's Barrett on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Outside Fournier. From the arc. Hits the trifecta. Fournier's got 13 in the second half.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And for the Heat, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Now Lowry. Blanketed by the D. He fights for the rim for the layup. And the Heat lead by 17. And the Knicks shooting just 37% in the game. Burks passes to Robinson. Now here's Barrett. Let's go with a 3. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Now here's Tucker. Hero outside. Over Fournier, and again it's Miami converting.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
Fournier, the pass to Randall. Back to Robinson. Pass to Fournier from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Tucker with a screen. Lowry into the lane. And it's good for 2.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Heat.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Bam Adebayo.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Now here's Burks. Outside Barrett. Fournier against Robinson. Randall, a screen on Robinson. Robinson with a double. Jacks up a 3. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Fournier.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Tucker. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Barrett. Randall with it from deep. It's hauled in by Robinson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Adebayo's got 34.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation. Always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
That one drops for him.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Lowry against Burks. Lowry with it. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. Bam, a huge game for you. Is this just your own initiative, or is this something that your coaches and your teammates expect of you?
It's coming from everybody. They want me to be more assertive and really try to lead this team, and it's mainly because of Jimmy. Jimmy really pushing me right now to just be aggressive and keep doing what I'm doing, and, you know, I'm thankful for that and this team.
Expectations are high for Bam. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.